What is up, guys? King Messias here, back with another video, and today's video is gonna be a little bit different. I got a story to tell you guys, and I've done this before, but not something like this, where I kind of just wanted this video just to like let you guys know to be careful out there because I was watching football with my cousins, and then we started watching The Walking Dead, and we decided let's go home. And the crazy thing is, when we were going home, we looked outside the window because we were in his room. We went to the living room, went outside, and there was like six, eight cop cars, like cruisers out there, and we were just wondering like, hey, what's going on here? And someone was yelling, someone was arguing, or they were just like going crazy. I mean, there was just older lady, she was yelling. There was some dude, and then there was like some teenage girl, she was yelling too. And basically, what happened, I guess my cousins, well, they heard it. I didn't hear anything. Honestly, I don't. I was watching The Walking Dead, and I was just really into it. And basically, what had happened was, I guess there was a young man who was trying to go home. So he was walking home, and he got shot. I guess they did a drive-by on him. Like, I think, I don't really know. I didn't ask the officer or anything. So point is, we're just like out in the front yard being nosy, but we were trying to go home, and my cousin lives like a block or two. It's probably like not even a block. It's a one block. It's not even two. If you could, if anything, it's like a block and a half. It's like right up the street, couple houses up the street, and so we're trying to go home, and we're just like we were. It's not really that we're being nosy. We were being nosy, but we were also trying to go home, and there was just like I said, a bunch of people just outside. Someone was screaming, someone was yelling, someone was just crying, and it's just like you see that, and then you think it's never gonna happen to you, or that you're never gonna be around that. And I've told people in the street, like, people probably assume that I'm just joking around when I say I live in the hood. Like, no lie, dude, I live in the hood. Like, this is it. This is the hood. Like, I've said it before, and not gonna tell you guys where I live, but because then some people in the future something might try to like look for me or something, and I wouldn't recommend that because it is dangerous here. It's like almost every single night you hear gunshots, and I mean, maybe in the future we'll be looking to move out, but for right now, it is what it is. And like, if you don't associate yourself with that life, you should be good. But if you associate yourself with that life, most likely something bad's gonna happen. And from what I know about this guy, I think I've seen him before, and he looked like someone who was like in that gang life and always like up to no good. I mean, he just looked like it, but who knows? It could like never judge a book by its cover. But I went on social media this morning, and so I guess the people that I have on there, I guess they know him in real life. And basically, yeah, he did associate himself with that gang life and stuff. And basically, why I'm doing this is because I kind of wanted to share a story with you guys, and also because yesterday I didn't really stream at all. I mean, yesterday I always tell you guys that on the weekends it's usually spent with family and stuff, but hopefully that won't always be like that bad because I didn't even stream. I usually stream like anywhere from an hour to 4 hours on the weekend, like on Saturday or Sunday. But yesterday I didn't stream like basically at all. I was streaming, but then I was trying to play this with my new account, and the account was saying something like reconnect your controller. So basically, what I'm gonna do is not have two accounts signed in, and so yeah, that's what happened yesterday with that guy, and it was insane because like you don't, like I said, you don't expect that to happen to you. You don't expect that to be around you, even if you live in the hood. Like we were just, like I said, we were just watching The Walking Dead. Well, we finished watching football and The Walking Dead, and we were so into it. So it was probably like by the time The Walking Dead that episode was over. And by the way, episode was kind of boring. I knew it was gonna be kind of nowhere near the same as the first episode of the new season, but you know it was kind of a letdown. Anyways, so hey guys, if you guys are out there, never take advantage of your life, never take it for granted, because you never know what can happen. You can just, even if you don't associate yourself with that, like you could be walking home, and then some people just confuse you. It's as simple as that. Some people can just confuse you, and take you like just confuse you for someone else, and just because you dress the same or something, or look somewhat alike, or they could have been drunk or on drugs, and they just completely confuse it for someone else, even though you have nothing to do with that. And so basically, we were outside. Going back to the story, we were outside. We were just like looking at everything that was going on, wondering what had happened. But like we knew something was going on because like we lived in the hood. Like there's like gunshots, like I said, almost every day. So we knew it had to be something like that. It was something related. And someone said something about there's a body over there. And I looked over there, but I didn't want to look over there. And like if I wanted to, I could have gone to the front yard, and I would have probably seen it. But I didn't go to the front yard. I was just like basically in the like next to the house. So I didn't want to be that nosy. And honestly, I didn't really want to see it. Like I know some people are like, oh, a dead body, cool. I want to see it. Like you should never get excited over a dead body. I mean, someone lost their life. Like some mom is suffering out there, and some family members are suffering out there because they lost someone or their friends too. So then we were trying to go home. We were just wondering like, how can we go home? Like we live up the street. And the officer came up to us. He was asking us like questions if we saw anything, and we were just like no. So he passed by, and then another officer was like looking, I guess, for bullets or anything, like any type of evidence. And he came up to us, and he was like, I was like, officer, I have a question. Like, we live up the street, but can we go home, or are we gonna have to wait this out? And I was like, well, if you guys try to go home in car, you guys can. Like, this whole area is under investigation. And we were just like, well, we're cool with just walking home. I mean, we did drive here, but well, like it's up the street. The reason why we don't call us lazy, you guys. We walked there, but at halftime during the football game, they decided let's go get some pizza. So that's when my brother went home, grabbed his car, and they took off, got pizza, and then they came back. And I guess when they came back, they dropped the car obviously in front of my cousin's house. And so that's why. So I don't want you guys to be like, oh, you guys fucking walked a block up the. I mean, you guys drove a block up the street. So yeah, not because I know some people might ask that. Oh yeah, then the officer was like, he was like, well, if you guys try to leave, like we will have to investigate you guys. And I don't really know my laws that well, but I felt like we had nothing to do with it, so I feel like we really shouldn't have been questioned. And like I don't know if that officer was trying to like bend the laws a little bit, or I don't know if he was doing the right thing, but anyway, so he asked us like one by one, what's our name, where do we live, and date of birth. And if we saw anything, I told him, you know what, we're watching football. Started watching The Walking Dead, and I'm really into that show. So, and like he was actually pretty cool. And like most people say, fuck the police or something like that. But he was actually really chill. And he was just like, oh, how was the episode? And I was like, I'm not gonna ruin it for you, but it wasn't that good compared to the first episode. Oh, it's okay. And I was like, he was asking me like, how was the football game and stuff, and we're just like, oh, it was pretty good. And it was actually really good. And then um, I don't know. It was just like a bunch of stuff like that, like asking us like if we saw anything, and we're just like, no, like we're inside. I didn't hear anything. And like I said, he interviewed everyone one by one. It was like four of us, and I guess they heard some like gunshots. I didn't hear shit. I'm gonna be honest. I guess they heard like some like if people have ever heard a gunshot, you know what a gunshot sounds like. Some people say it's like a firework. Some people just sometimes they say it depends on the gun, obviously, but most people just say it sounds like a firework. And so yeah, we were going home, and he's like, okay, well, let me talk to my supervisor. And I guess he talked to him. He came back. He's like, okay, you guys can go home, but the car has to stay here. You guys can leave, and once you guys leave, you guys can't come back. And we're just like, oh, trust me, we ain't gonna come back. So he asked us like, do you guys have all your stuff? And I said, yeah. Like, all right. It's like, all right, I'm gonna escort you guys out. So he has to escort us out. He had like a little small talk with us about talking about football. I mean, my whole family's Cowboys fans. I'm not a Cowboys fan, but I go over there just to hang out with them. And yeah, that happened. And once we came home, we were just like, I think my brother asked me, he was like, "Where's the pizza?" And I was like, "Fuck, we left the leftovers because we still had like we had one box completely filled with pizza, and we left it over there." And we're like, "Fuck, well, we can't go back for that." And I was like, "Man, that could have been dinner. That could have been breakfast, anything. I mean, I don't know if you guys like pizza in the morning. I fucking do. I'll eat pizza, breakfast, lunch, dinner. I don't care, brunch. I mean, you name it. So yeah, guys, that was the story. Basically, just wanted to share that with you guys and tell you guys, be careful out there. It doesn't matter if you guys live in the hood or in a nice area or like a really rich area, fancy area. It doesn't matter. Always be careful because anything can happen. So, be grateful that you get to live in this world. And yeah, guys, that was basically it. I kind of wanted to apologize for not streaming yesterday also. So if you guys made it this far, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you guys made it this far. If you guys made it this far, comment the word mm, buttercup. That's right, buttercup. Why buttercup? I don't know, but buttercup. So thank you guys. If you guys enjoyed the video, just drop a like. If not, it's okay. I'm not doing this for likes or anything like that. I'm not doing this to like for you guys to feel bad for me. I don't know the people. If anything, pray for them, not for me. But yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. And like I said, I'm sorry for not streaming yesterday. I promise I'm gonna make it up today. Matter of fact, as soon as I'm done editing this video, I'm gonna stream. So thank you guys so much for all the support you guys continue to show me. Hope you guys had an amazing weekend. Tell me about it in the comment section down below. And I'll see you guys on my next one. Peace out, guys.